Good morning. Today is September 10th, and we are at 47 subscribers. I did not reach the 50 subscriber goal for the weekend, but I do expect to get it early this week, guys. If you are tuning in every day, please subscribe to the channel. Today, we are going to go through the three indices that we always do, and I picked two ones for you guys. I know a lot of people are talking about AMD and then a weed stock, TLRY. I think it's called TLRY, Canada weed company. And they already will have a legalization sometime in October. So that should be huge, guys. It should be huge. But let's get right to it. QQQ had a rough day Friday. Super rough day Friday. Because what happened was, I think Trump had said he wanted more tariffs, and there wasn't organic selling. Don't be too worried. The algorithms sold that news very, very fast. That's why you see this very bearish wick up here. That is a bearish wick because people sold the top, pushed the price all the way down, and the top of the candle, or the top body of the candle, is where it closed. So it did have a very good day, and it actually broke up back into the ascending channel that it was in, but it got sold very fast. The pre-market right now is up almost 0.7%. I think it's going to be a good day, guys. The RSI is kind of, I would like it to curl up. That MACD just turned into a sell signal, but I have moved on to better indicators over the weekend, but I will keep the consistency of the two most simple indicators to see. When the blue crosses below the orange, that is a sell signal, and this histogram kind of shows divergence. So even the divergence is bearish. But today, if you're looking into getting into to QQQ to make sure it is a clear reversal, you should see these red lines down here get smaller and actually turn on the positive side. And you want to see that blue line cross orange again on top of orange. And then you want to see that RSI incline and another day with high buying volume above moving average, because we want that strong moving average buying and get right, so like solidify a spot back into this ascending channel. Very strong. It started in April and it's been going up ever since. Moving on to the Dow's index, DIA. So the DIA had a rising wedge, and there was I like this a lot, guys. I really like this a lot. There was a lot of buying volume, and it eventually hit the moving average and actually stayed there with two strong days. It was a red day on, as far as percentage wise, on Friday. However, it was still a green candle, meaning that the price closed above the open. That's why you have those green candles even on red days. And that's what I learned actually for the first time Friday as well. It was a little bit spotty. However, that strong volume has me not concerned or confused about anything. I base a lot on volume. Earlier in the week, I did want it to curl up. However, it didn't curl up as I wanted. It actually declined. But I do not see any concerns here. The MACD did cross as a sell signal, very small. I was anticipating a fake out, a MACD fake out. And I learned that I can see fake outs two ways. One is if this blue line gets so close to the orange and then runs away, or I can look at the histogram and see the curves itself. So the red lines are declining and then bounced up. And let's see what happened to that price. That price was declining, and then it bowed away from the sell signal, and it continued to rise. So that MACD fake out can be looked at by the blue lines itself, or if you want to look at the histogram. And supposedly the histogram is a much better indicator. You can actually just eliminate those blue and orange lines and just continue to look at that divergence of the histogram. When you have, because it's not even a buy signal yet, guys. Right here on the Dow, it wasn't even a buy signal, but you did see that increase, that bullish divergence. So right here, you would have made a, let's see, you would have made a 2% profit before noticing a bullish signal for on the MACD, guys. Once you see it inclining and increase, that's where you want to buy. Don't worry about these lagging lines, but look at that histogram, guys. Look at that histogram. And then if you bought right there when you saw that incline, and it didn't turn into a sell signal until now, right there, that's 6%. But it would have been, 3.5% if you didn't catch it and you waited until the actual quote unquote buy signal was activated. So that was just some drop of knowledge. Make sure y'all have your notebooks ready. Look at what's happening for today is it'd be good to see a huge buying volume day back into this rising wedge to solidify that bullish trend. And I want to see a new all-time high from the Dow. It has been going through the ringer, even though the QQQ has been on a straight path up. We've had those old grandfather companies not getting those new all-time highs this summer. But I do want to see new all-time highs for the Dow. And when I say that will solidify the bull market, like it is done. Like you don't, tariff talk this, tariff talk that. And if it's health, like being a healthy trading, as far as in the all-time highs for the Dow, that'll be perfect because actually this is pretty euphoric, this rise. If we can get that gradual rise up to the new all-time highs, that would be amazing. SPY. Here is the SPY, guys. We are 0.4% in the green on the pre-market, but when I say I don't care about pre-market price, I think last week I got, my hopes up twice and they got crushed. Absolutely crushed, guys. So this ascending channel started February 2016. Only broke out 4 times above the top. Not worried. And honestly, if we want to continue this bullish trend, I hope we stay inside the ascending channel. We don't want to be a wild horse and get above this ascending channel. However, if we continue to test this top ascending channel as support, that would mean that we need to draw a new line, guys. New lines need to be drawn. If this SPY wants to act as make this act as support, we'd want to draw a new line and it'd be right around here, and we continue to just go up and disregard this. But with these channels, you can fall all the way down here for it to still, and you can be right here and it can still be a bull market. You would need to break these supports, break this support, and fall out of this a channel with a strong volume, and it'd have to be an extreme sell-off. Like tariffs have to be hit on both sides. Like we get hit, they get hit, whatever. And there's a lot more stuff would have to happen, but I'm not worried about the SPY. This is, I think, by far the strongest chart that we have. QQQ fell out the ascending channel, but again, I think today would be a high buying volume day because we can get this pretty cheap because the QQQ and even Apple had a very rough day on Friday. Dow, let's get back into that rising wedge with strong volume, and the SPY, honestly not worried. It could do whatever and it'd still be pretty bullish. Let's get into those hot stocks. TLRY, the weed. Man, guys, I actually have charted this before, and I haven't drawn any new lines, so this will be a fresh analysis on this. Guys, I literally charted this right here. I said a break above 40 would be bullish. Could you imagine that? Like knowing that it would be money made and it just fly? So, and honestly, there's not enough data to really get a good analysis. However, the technical analysis does work, guys. From $40 to $80. And that was just me not even entering. If I would have entered, I would have put in probably like a $50 call, and I would have been so in the money if I just would have held on or even just bought. So let's draw some lines. The technical analysis is just a bunch of line drawing, guys. Just a bunch of lines being drawn. I don't even know if this is actual good drawing because it's just no data. Like it's just got started trading in July. but it has crazy gains, guys. $22 to $81, 4 times gains. Now this is real life, real life. Oh, that's not a good one. I like how there is clear indication of resistance when it hits a certain price, and I see that. When I see that, I want to have a visualization of that. So what would happen is it'll be short term bearish if we get in that. For today, we have to watch out for it, the price continue to be up above 75, 76. For it to be bullish, it'd have to be break out of this and it'd be around that 82. But right now the current price I believe is 81.55, and that's actually right above it, guys. So this might be on track for new all-time highs. The buying volume was still above the moving average, even though this is a okay moving average because it just doesn't have that much data. The moving average started in August 15th, even though the trading started back here. I'll actually change it for you guys just to get better data. I'm going to change the moving average to 5. So you can tell that it's actually some low volume today, on at least low volume on Friday. But I do see that it's consistent. You have here, you had the same amount of buying volume, here the same amount of buying volume, and you still had an increasing price. So I'm not worried about that. But if I see very low volume, I'm looking for a short-term pullback. So this looks ready to go. And then also AMD. Lots of lines being drawn. These were like old supports, new supports. Was really doing some analysis last week on this, and I said it was an okay buy. As soon as I said it was an okay buy, I didn't really want to buy it. The call options went up 1,500%, guys. 1,500%. So if you put in $1,000, you would have turned it into 15,000 in one day. This is real life, guys. So it did have some spotty days last week. It hit a high, sold off. However, let's look at that volume. Let's look at that volume. 20 back to 20. The buying volume is there. So what you had was a sell-off, a high sell-off day. The sell-off again, but it's lower volume, and then finally a buy. The reason why I wouldn't claim reversal automatically is because we had a bearish wick right there. And actually Friday was a red day, even though the daily candle was green because the price closed above the open. To claim a real reversal, I would say that we need to get another, I say it all the time, I'm a broken record, but another good strong buying day. Because you can have, like I said, just want to make sure people notice, you can have price increase with low volume, but that strong volume just solidifies and confirms that the price is going up because lots of people are actually buying. So a break above 27.98 is bullish, guys. It is bullish. Honestly, let me make sure it's even closer. Right around there, 28.12, 28.31. If it can break above that, guys, it's flying. Right now, pre-market price is $28, but take that with a grain of salt. Do not base anything off of futures, anything off of pre-market, because last week we've gotten crushed when I seen green. That it does a lot to your emotions, guys. And guess what? We cannot be emotionless. I mean, we can't have emotions in this because we have to be emotionless traders. Let's look just at a longer time frame. It was in an ascending channel back in April, broke out of that, and has been flying ever since, cooled off. And I think a break above 28.30 is bullish, and a break down below 25 is something to look out for. I believe it's going to have a great day. Pre-market, even spiked up to 28.04, but now back down. I do see right here 28.23 as the asks and 27.71 as the bids. So people, some people are actually buying it at pre-market at 28.23. This is one with a lot of energy, a lot of hype. Lisa Su is, I think, the CEO. Something to look out for. This is not financial advice, guys. Do not blame me for anything. You are in total control of your financial journey. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all learned something. We got AMD, TLRY, Dow, QQQ, and then we also hit the SPY. I'll see y'all after the market closed just to get an update on what happened with all 5 stocks that I mentioned.